loyalty pledge. Your loyalty next, how that mag and shoddy work. Can't rid this smell with bath and body works. It's sad and probably worse. First the chroma spit. Wise guys do drive-bys and don't own a whip. Time come, divine sons need a song to rip. Thugs in harmony, cool, I got a bone to pick.
Vlogs, battles, music videos, interviews, and much more. Pushing the culture forward. No Mercy TV.
Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is, man. Listen, my first time on the West Coast, going to Cali, specifically being in LA. Man, listen, you feel me? Short trip, man. I really went out there, right, to support the, GTX event, the Prelude, the Disaster versus Assassino. You know what I mean? Shout out to Diz, showed me wild love while I was out there. Shout out to everybody on the West Coast, man. I was in there chopping up with a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that fuck with the brand, that's familiar with the No Mercy TV side of things. So, it was just dope being on the West for the first time, walking in the building and, it being mad love in there. You feel what I'm saying? From the battle rappers, from, people who were just fans, So it was dope, man. It was dope. Who I run into out there? I ran into, me and Holmes, he was definitely chopping up. That's my guy. Me and Don Marino was chopping it. Me and Clean Paper. Shout out to Clean, man. Clean's a funny motherfucker. Shout out to him for getting that dub too. Cause I didn't think Clean was gonna beat Geechee. Like, just being 1,000% honest with y'all. I did not think Clean was gonna beat Geechee. But then, what's crazy? It kind of showed in the first round, right? Sometimes when motherfuckers fall off or when niggas are like iffy, when it comes to battles, like you don't know which one is gonna show up, sometimes the levels show. Like when you see people A1, like that was an A1 Clean. And you also gotta remember, Clean been in this longer than Geechee. Like he's way more seasoned. So if you get an A1 Clean, more than likely he's gonna beat Geechee. But it's what have you done for me lately. So a lot of people would have thought Geechee was just gonna body something, and it wasn't nowhere near that. You feel what I'm saying? Most people got Clean taking the victory, so that was dope to be able to see in person. Geechee still got busy though. Geechee still did his thing, but you could kind of tell, like, he got the jazz shit on the way, and I'm pretty sure the shit he got for jazz is probably crazy. You feel me? So, man, that was good to see an A1 Clean in person though. Shout out to Mac Myron. He went crazy. We all knew he was gonna beat Big T. You feel me? Especially with Big T choking in, 2 of the rounds. I'm just like, come on, Big T, what are you doing? You feel me? Disaster. Him and Assassino was close, man. That was a really interesting battle in terms of like, the whole Spanish stuff. And I don't know a bit of Spanish, so it's really hard to judge, that kind of material. But even the English round, it was good to see like Assassino, do that good, and his first time rapping in English, you know what I mean? But overall, it was a great event, man. Real great event. Shout out to Lush One, Direct. Who else I ran into out there? Beast Gatlin, Bumpy Bars. It was a few people. You feel me? Damn, KP from the Riot, Active, Big Slap, Lil Slap. You know what I mean? But dope atmosphere. You feel me? That's one of the things I can say about LA. Like, going to stuff out there, you feel more like, it feels more culture. You feel what I'm saying? Like in New York is a place where it's like, everybody feel like, they important. So it's like, this is when you go to the functions, you have people all posted up and, thinking they the star of the show and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, nah, being in LA, everybody's just, out to have a good time and shit. Like, it's not you don't feel like niggas on bullshit or you gotta be on point and none of that. Even though the event was in East LA, which is primarily Hispanic territory, and niggas was telling me like, yo, outside of this event, this is not one place you want to be. Feel me? Especially if you black, like, it'll get real tense over there real quick, you know what I mean? So, niggas was putting me on to a lot of things. Even talking to niggas about the whole check-in thing. You feel me? People think the check-in shit is about like extorting niggas and shit like that, which with celebrities it is. You feel what I'm saying? They just like, yo, if you gonna be coming out here and you gonna be claiming what we got going on out here, you from Atlanta, but you claiming like some Pyro and all this other shit. It's like, yo, you come out here, you gotta show love. You feel what I'm saying? But overall, the check-in shit is really for niggas to tell you where you can go and where you can't go. You feel me? So it's like, if I'm going out there, right, and I got, people's out there, I'm gonna holler at them and be like, all right, this is my first time out there. Where am I good at and where am I not good at? That's what the checking in thing is about. I think a lot of people get it twisted because they're so used to hearing that terminology from celebrity culture that they don't understand what's going on the ground level. No, on the ground level, you need to know, yo, what colors you can and can't wear. You feel what I'm saying? So, that was a big thing out there. And aside from the event, I pretty much was out there for the weekend, which is like not enough to enjoy a place like LA, man. You feel me? I wish I'd have stayed out there a few days longer. So I flew out of New York, actually flew out of Jersey Friday morning. Got to my hotel. I had me a nice hotel, so I had a Hilton that was close by the airport. Had their own, shuttle. They had pool and, all this other good stuff, like real clean hotel, real big hotel with a lot of, customer service and, baggage handlers and stuff like that. Like it was a real nice hotel. You feel what I'm saying? So, we ain't going that far to do the Motel 6, like, you feel me? So, but that was a whole dope experience. So yeah, I got to my hotel, had to check in, shower up, change real quick, then hop an Uber to go to the event. Let me tell y'all, son, Uber prices outside of New York be way better. You feel me? Like the trip from my hotel to the event was probably like a 45-minute drive, and the ride was probably like $30, $25, $30, something like that. And in New York, I'm like, yo, this is like going from Queens, like Jamaica Queens, to like Yonkers, and that's easily like $100 or something like that. You know what I mean? And so, that was a real eye opener for me, that even in LA, the Uber rides could be a little bit cheap. You feel me? Especially in comparison to New York. Only thing I'll say is like the gas prices. Woo! We out here struggling with our 3 and change. Them niggas got $5, $6 a gallon out there. I'm like, what? Woo! LA is smoking super dust right now with them gas prices, man. You feel me? Like seeing that $5.99, $5.76, and $5.65. I'm like, oh nah, LA is bugging out here. You feel me? But so went to the event Friday. Friday night, went right back to the hotel, chilled out. Woke up, did the show. Let's Chop This Fable. Shout out to Sly and XL. You feel me? Make sure y'all tune in this Saturday. I think we might have Bonnie on. You feel me? So shout out to Bonnie Godiva. We might have her on the show. You feel me? Talk some shit. But I did the show Saturday morning, and then my bro Hakeem, who's actually somebody I grew up with. Like niggas know I'm from Colonial Projects. He's from Polo Grounds, project right next to mine. And that's been my guy since like pre-K. Like that's really like my day one. Like Hakeem. My son named Lukeem, like, I named him after him for a reason, you feel me? Like, he one of the most solid individuals on this planet, like, just on some, like, not being extra. He's all about, like, black power and, us as a race and, shit like that. I forgot what school it was. I believe it was the University of Sacramento or one of those. He was, like, the leader of like the MLK, like, the black culture, situation they had going on there. So like, that's the type time he's on. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, coming from where we come from, that's not something that a lot of people like get into, but he's really one of those people. So, a couple years ago, he actually moved out to, Cali permanently, and he's staying in Anaheim right now. You feel me? So he just, he seen I was going to LA. He's like, yo, bro, I'm pulling up on you. Like, you feel me? So he drove from Anaheim to where I'm at is like a half-hour drive. You know what I mean? So he pulled up on me, and he basically took me on a tour of LA. So first stop, I want to say was downtown LA. I think it was downtown LA, right? So We seen a couple spots there. Now, let me tell y'all the difference between LA and New York, right? LA, they don't build high buildings. You understand what I'm saying? So like, when you out in LA, it's a whole lot of you looking up and seeing the sky. Like, that was new for me. You feel me? Like, when you walking around New York and it's just a whole bunch of buildings and shit, you can't really admire the sky because everywhere you look, skyscraper, project building, skyscraper, project building. It's like, damn, can I get some sunlight around here? You feel what I'm saying? And so Cali, most of their buildings are low rise. You feel me? Like, even they apartment buildings and stuff like that, it'll be a bigger block of space that they use, but them shits will really be like 2 or 3 stories max. You understand? So it was just dope having that atmosphere. It was like, yo, I could always look up and just see the sky. Like, and the sky out there looks just gorgeous. You feel me? So that's one of the, you know, dope things to take in about Cali, just that huge difference in just scenery overall. You know what I mean? So yeah, we went to downtown LA. That's where all of like they high-rise buildings and stuff like that, a couple of skyscrapers. Like, downtown LA will give you Midtown Manhattan vibes. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where you get that whole vibe from. And it's like, from most other areas in LA, you can see downtown LA. And reason being is because, again, most of the rest of the state is damn near, most of the rest of the city is low-rise buildings. So when you on the highway, you can see like the Staples Center and the Crypto.com arena and, you know, shit like that. So, you know, it was dope just, you know, being able to witness that whole vibe and atmosphere and everything. So yeah, we went to downtown LA, you know, walked around a couple blocks, got to see a couple of, you know, just a couple of the different stores and stuff they got around there. From there, we went to, I forgot what we did first, if we went to Nipsey joint first or downtown LA, but we also went to the Nipsey mural where they got, you know, where the store was, basically where he got killed at, you know, just to show love, pay homage, and, you know, shit like that. Unfortunately, the main mural, like the one that was on the street, I think that was on like Slauson or Crenshaw or something like that. The one that was on the street, we was able to get a picture in front of, but the one inside is the more colorful one. That one was like, you know, boarded up and, you know, all fenced up and, you know, shit like that. I guess they was getting too many tourists there, you feel me? So they had to like close it up and everything. So, you know, hopefully next time I go to LA, we'll be able to get that one. But, you know, I got me a little, you know, couple pictures and shit like that. So, we did that. And then we went to the Beverly Hills sign. Right, Beverly Hills sign. That's definitely a big tourist attraction. Like, we wound up running into these girls that I guess they came from like DC. Like, they came all the way from the East Coast, I believe. They was in like a tour bus or whatever. So they took pictures. They asked us to take their pictures, and then they took ours. And then one of them even like photo bombed our shit and all that. Like, that was funny as shit. And after that, cause by the Beverly Hills sign, that shit is right up the block from Rodeo Drive. So we walked all up Rodeo Drive. Like, we seen all the stores. We even had it was even a protest going on outside the Louis Vuitton store or some like PETA type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that whole thing was, that was another thing that was like, you know, a dope eye opener, you know, just to see how Rodeo Drive is. If you're not familiar with Rodeo Drive, if you're from New York, think Fifth Avenue. All the high-end stores, all the shit you can't pronounce, the Richard Mille and, you know, shit like that, like, all that is all up and down Rodeo Drive. You feel me? These are all stores that, like, you go into the shop, they give you champagne when you're trying to shop. You feel what I'm saying? You can't hit that strip unless you got 10 bands or better on you. You just can't, because it's one of those type of shopping areas. Like, shit's gonna be expensive. Like, you might as well have the black card that you could just run up. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, Rodeo Drive was like that. And after that, we basically, you know, finished our shit off going to Roscoe's. You know, the famous Roscoe's chicken and waffles. And let me tell you, man, I don't want to have chicken and waffles from nowhere else. They shit is elite. Like, I thought it was all like, all right, it's Roscoe's, it's just the West Coast thing. But no, they shit is really like the best you're ever going to come across. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the waffles got the right amount of Like, whatever they put in it, yeah, they got the right amount of that, and that shit is just, good to the motherfucker. So, that was one of the things we did. But, overall, shout out to my bro, man, and he gonna be on this channel soon. Like, we're gonna do a podcast because he got a whole bunch of stuff that he was working on. So y'all gonna get to see him on this platform, like get to break down his story. We're gonna do a podcast episode. We're gonna talk about, our upbringing together and, things of that nature. So y'all will really get to see that story in depth, and y'all will get to understand why, like, where we come from is like just not easy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna have to take my word for it. You gonna get to take his. You feel me? And this is somebody who knows me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of these people who just like got on social media and just like nobody is just aware of who they are. Like, yo, I have people who know me on all platforms, that I have, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, here. Like, there's people in my comments sometimes that actually know me, whether it's friends, family, et cetera, like people who could say like they've known me all 34 years of my life. You feel me? And me and Hakeem, like I said, that go back to pre-K. So that's almost 30 years I've known this man. You feel what I'm saying? So, it was dope to, be able to, reconnect with him, man. We really got to politic in Beverly Hills. Like, we out in LA, we two niggas from the trenches in Harlem, out there in, Cali, just, having a good time and shit like that. So, just, talking about a whole lot of stuff, different stuff we done dealt with growing up and, shit like that. But y'all going to hear a lot more of that in the podcast, man. You feel what I'm saying? So, but salute to my guy. But yeah, man, after that, I wound up going back to the hotel, and then I had an early flight out Sunday morning. So, definitely a dope trip. I will be going back to Cali one of these days. You feel me? Like, it's not even up for debate. I will be back. You feel me? So, but definitely was a dope first time in LA. I can't wait to go back, man. I can't wait to go back. I spoke to Diz at the event. I know he said what they got next is going to make the Assassino shit look like, it's going to make that look like a small event. You feel me? So I can't wait to see, what they got cooking in December. And yeah, man, y'all already know, we're going to keep pushing this culture forward with this No Mercy TV shit. And shit, that's really it. So, y'all got any questions, y'all want to hear anything specific about LA, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. As y'all see from some of the pictures, we was both wearing neutral colors, so we knew what time it was out there. You feel me? I had also went to the Fox Hills Mall in the morning too. You know what I mean? Like, had to go get me some clothes and shit like that. But even that was dope. Seeing, like, you always hear, whether it's in songs, like, and that was another dope thing too. Like, being on streets that you only hear about in songs, like when you hear about Slauson and Crenshaw and Century. Like, where my hotel was at was right on Century. And when I'm looking at the Google Maps, if you drive down for like a good 10 minutes, Jordan Down Projects was straight down Century. I was like, nigga, that address said 9800 Grape Street. I'm like, oh yeah, I know not to go that way. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it was just a dope experience overall, man. Shout out to LA, man. If any West Coasters, if any LA or Cali people, are watching this, hit the comments. Let me know what's other fire spots to go check out and shit like that. And then the next time I go out there, I'll visit those spots. And it's crazy. I had my camera with me, but I kind of just wanted to enjoy myself. Like, I didn't want to be too focused on like, oh, I'm just filming and don't really get to, I'm trying to get content and can't really take in the sights and really get to enjoy myself. So, the next one, I'm definitely going to be getting footage and shit like that. I know a lot of y'all, it's not easy for y'all to just pack up and just go to another city or another state and, shit like that. So I do be wanting to bring y'all, just footage and, things like that. That's why I at least show the pictures in this one. So that way, y'all can see what's going on. But, yeah, man, holla at me, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. Y'all already know what time it is. I will holla at y'all soon. I'm out of here.